More from the Cellerant Best of Class Awards coming up. Hi, I'm Allie Cook. Today's August 17th, 2016, and this is your Wednesday Watch. Here's today's dental news. Still bringing you coverage of the 2016 Cellerant Best of Class Technology Awards, I recently caught up with Dentistry Today's technology editor, Dr. Paul Feuerstein, who talked with me about a new winner this year, Zipwhip. Here's our conversation.
Thanks for joining us today, Dr. Feuerstein.
Oh, nice to be with you, Allie.
So now that we can actually do an interview face-to-face, this is a good thing. We want to talk about Zipwhip today, and this one was kind of exciting because this was new to a lot of us, and I think a lot of dentists are just learning about it now. So tell us a little bit about the company and what they do.
Well, before I even do that, what we were faced with in the committee as best of class, we came up with we found this product, Zipwhip, which had no class. It was a brand new idea, something we never thought about. And just conceptually, how it works is every office, as far as I know, has an office phone number. When you have an office my office has been in existence for over 50 years. We keep transferring the phone number over and over and over, and everybody knows that phone number. So what do you have at night? You get phone calls of people leaving messages on answering services and things, and you sit there in the morning listening to hours of people. I was eating a pepperoni pizza and I chipped my tooth. And today's society is mobile. People are terse and they text. Everybody texts. So wouldn't it be nice if you could text the office? Well, sure, so you could set up a nice phone number in the office, and Zipwhip says, you don't have to. We can take your existing landline and turn it into a number that will accept and send text messages. And we thought that was unbelievable. And it turns out that they were not just for dentistry, they're using it in all sorts of industries all over the place. And what it's opened up is the fact that you have a company that has an existing number, an existing known number, and the people start to say, oh, I can just text the office. So all of a sudden, the nice thing we found all of a sudden was the people who are sending us problems with emergencies in less than a Twitter feed says, I have this broken tooth, instead of the whole long story, which is very, very nice.
So it keeps it short and sweet for the dental office, and it gets the patient the care they need a little bit faster.
In that case too. I mean, there's other things you can do obviously with promotion of the practice, but some of the other tricks with this are that you can read this on a computer in the office. You can put an app on your phone, you can put an app any way you want because it's cloud-based. So the nice thing here is we can at home, if you want to, monitor your messages from home by just looking at the app, and you see all the text messages, and if you feel like responding, you can respond immediately. And it has alerts if you want to make it instantaneous, and if you want to just leave it the other way as you read text, that works too. But it's really been pretty remarkable in how that works.
And you say the dentist can access it from home or on the go. If I'm a dentist and I'm responding to my patient, is my patient then getting my cell phone number?
Nope, it's all through the app. It's using that office phone number. That's what makes this so nice.
So it all comes back to the office.
Yep, it's all using the same office phone. So you're sort of hiding behind the office phone number, which is a nice thing. And it's very, very easy to set up. If you decide to do the product, this is another thing. What's this? We said, what's the setup? Let us know and you'll be up and running that same day pretty much. It's wow. Very, very fast. It's non-invasive to the office. And you actually have the option to turn it off if you don't like it. So there's a lot of things. We just found it to be a very, very interesting new feature for the high-tech office at this point. And what people are really demanding, and on the other side of it, it's easier for us to work with, much, much easier for us to work with.
So where can people go for more information since this is such a new thing?
They walk the walk. So all you have to do is text them. They just say, if you text the word info, they have a phone number. Let me just look it up. It's 206-582-3733. I'll say that again, 206-582-3733. And of course, they have a website, zipwhip.com, if you want to go the old traditional way of looking at things.
The traditional way of a website. Well, this has been very enlightening. Thank you so much for your time today. It was good talking to you.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching.
SIROWORLD, the ultimate dental meeting, was held last week in Orlando, and Dentistry Today was there as an exclusive media partner to capture the latest news, releases, and expert opinions. We'll bring you more detailed coverage in October, but for now, here's a sneak peek at what you can expect.
Well, they've come to my rescue twice in the last 2 months. I did a wonderful shot with my tennis racket and smashed 2 teeth, and then literally 6 weeks later, I thought lightning never strikes twice. I've never heard of anybody else hit their front teeth out. I did another great shot and hit the other side. So basically, I wanted to say thank you very much. I would have given all my fortune away to get my mouth sorted. And look, it's all right, all pretty now.
What's amazing about that, Paul, is we're at a point now where sometimes I forget because the technology is just so normal to me and my team members.
New patients coming in don't get
They don't get it, right? Even some of my existing patients, they'll look at it and I'm like, they'll say, "Oh wow, when did you get this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know those other 3 I did on you? Those were done with the same machine."
CEREC has now evolved into the whole chairside zirconia world, and you know what? That stuff is awesome. Now, zirconia is zirconia.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
right.
opaque and stuff like that, but
But to make it in your office.
to make in the office, I mean, it takes maybe just a couple more minutes of some other materials that we use in our office. And, you know, for those dentists that have always shied away from chairside CAD-CAM, and you're doing zirconia in your office, you're doing CAD-CAM dentistry.
Oh,
you're
without
just
a
paying
doubt.
somebody else to do it.
I'm actually talking on sleep apnea. And I mean, this is actually probably one of the largest growing trends in dentistry. Over 30 million people suffer from sleep apnea, and actually less than 10% are even diagnosed with sleep apnea. And out of that percentage, only 2% are even treated.
I still remember it, 2003, so 13 years ago I bought my first CEREC, and I was just one of those guys that went to a local meeting and I thought it was fascinating, and truth be told, I was as young as I look now at 42, imagine how young I looked at 27. So I was really looking for a way to distinguish myself and get something new and different, and so that's kind of how I fell into it. I couldn't afford it, but I managed to figure out how to afford it, and that's kind of where it started out.
So I help dentists become CEOs. I mean, my job is to help them become the most amazing CEO, the CEO who not only loves to lead, but wants to lead. I have so many dentists that, you know, if some of the people in the office will come and say there's a problem, that dentist, he or she will go, "I don't want to hear about that, I don't want to hear about that, you just take care of it." Well, I want to create a group of leaders that say, let's hear about it, let's talk about it.
To a tie base, what I generally do is I will make the final crown with the emergence profile exactly the way I want it. Now, as I put that crown in place, I'll modify the tissue.
Oh, right at that point.
I'll modify it at that point.
It'll heal right into the
and let it heal
restoration.
right to the final restoration.
So you're saving it, yeah. So you don't have to wait for the so-called healing.
Right. So instead of doing a healing abutment, now maybe you want to put a custom healing abutment in, let that heal. You're taking abutments on and off, and generally some of the research shows that the fewer times you take abutments on and off, the less bone loss you're going to have.
This has been a great meeting to integrate both endodontics and restorative dentistry.
You are doing a couple of breakout sessions.
Right.
Tell us about your topics.
I have 3 breakout sessions called the Practice Transforming Magic of Pro-Taper Gold. We also have 3 breakout sessions on Wave 1 Gold. So first of all, the theme of my piece was it's not about the tool, it's about the operator. The greatest variable in all that we're doing, even though I'm calling it Practice Transforming Magic, is us, the operator.
Well, the first course that I did was yesterday, and it was the Grand Slam Hygiene Exam. And today I'm doing one, it's all about the numbers. Business rule number 1, know your numbers.
Okay. What are some of the things that attendees need to know, just for people who maybe couldn't make it here to SIROWORLD?
Yeah, the Grand Slam Hygiene Exam is all about how to create a strong doctor hygiene exam. I always say that's the most powerful part of the dental hygiene appointment, is that dental hygiene exam, because that's where we're connecting the diagnosis and the treatment plan for that patient, and it's so important that the hygienist and the doctor collaborate for.
Thanks for checking out the Wednesday Watch. Stay tuned next week with more news from Dentistry Today and DNN.